Okay, so if you remember a couple years ago, actually at this point, Bryson and I made a video of what Bryson actually listens to, since he doesn't like to listen to K-pop other than on KarKpop, and that was kind of fun to make. We were gonna do a part 2 to it where I get to like share like some of my favorite artists that aren't K-pop, because I listen to a lot of shit that isn't K-pop. We were going to do that video, and then halfway through recording the video, Bryson started arguing with me about how American metal is... It got really weird, and Bryson just started arguing with me about random musical shit, and we didn't finish the video. So fast forward however many years, I really want to share what I truly listen to other than K-pop, because all you guys hear from me is like what I listen to here, Girls' Day, Monsta X, Con, Bowl 4, like all of these K-pop groups. Y'all know I love those K-pop groups. Like I listen to K-pop every single day. Every time I drive, I have K-pop playing. But in my playlist, I have like 800 songs at the beginning of every year, and then I usually add on 200 throughout the year. In those 800 songs to start off the year, I usually have a good 10% of them, maybe 20%, are a different kind of genre other than K-pop, and I'm gonna share it with you guys because this is my one opportunity to fanboy about something that's not K-pop, and I am going to take every chance I get. Oh god, let's see how this goes. So the first artist I want to talk about is my all-time favorite group since I was 10, Avenged Sevenfold. I could only put like 5 seconds of their song because American music gets copyrighted like that. So yeah, if you want to check out any of these artists that I can't play a lot of clips of, I'll have links to some of my favorite songs by them down below. But yes, my all-time favorite band is Avenged Sevenfold. I went to their concerts. I fucking love those guys. Their music's just so unique to me. My favorite album from them, City of Evil. If you're curious about any of this sounds like, you can click links that I have in the description below, because I would really love it to promote them because I love them and checking out some of the stuff that I do listen to. But yes, Avenged Sevenfold, my all-time favorite group in the world that I listen to all the time. Second artist I want to talk about that I love and listen to all the time is Protest the Hero. Now these guys, from what you just heard, they don't do a lot of music videos. They aren't a music video type of band. They have a really technical guitar, like melodic guitar, but technically played with a very progressive drumming and really unique sound to them. That's like a really if you're a musician, you fucking love them. It's kind of hard if you're just like into popular music to kind of like adjust your ear to listen to it from a technical standpoint rather than, I don't know. To me, they have a lot of catchy stuff, like catchy guitar riffs and guitar patterns and drum beats and just lyrics. Along with Avenged Sevenfold too, I didn't mention this for them, but they have a very, Protest the Hero and Avenged Sevenfold have very complex lyrics, which I love. That's one of the reasons why I don't listen to much American music, because a lot of the lyrics are just like, I get girls, so many girls, and then I'm gonna do drugs. It's like so simple and all love, drugs, sex, like every popular American song is for the most part about that. But like Protest the Hero, they have songs about pit bulls and why they're actually a good dog, called A Life in Boston. Like some of these titles I can just show on the screen right now of Protest the Hero's song titles. It's just like such unique song titles. Where a lot of popular, like I can't listen to like American popular music because they're so like such generic, and it kind of makes me cringe when I hear lyrics that are simple. And I love that complexity in Protest the Hero's instrumentalists and their lyrics. The complexity just sells it for me, along with Avenged Sevenfold. I didn't mention that for them. So number 3 I'm going to talk about is Red-Handed Denial. We actually did a reaction on them a few months ago. I was with Cortrell because they covered a BTS song, but I loved their music ever since before I got into K-pop years ago, right around when they had their Stories of Old album. They're like another, they're not as progressive as Protest the Hero, but they still have so many progressive and technical elements in every album. They have a new one coming out this year too. Each new album gets more progressive and more progressive, but still really hardcore and really in your face, which I love. There'll be different genres, but I'm not gonna say much because it's essentially the same thing. They have really complex lyrics as well. They have really complex instrumentals. I love the complexity in music. That's Red-Handed Denial. Go check out any of these if you're curious of what they sound like. I'm gonna move on to my 4th thing, which is my last metal band example that I listen to a lot, which is a band called While She Sleeps. And the reason I added them on here, because I do listen to them a lot, they're on my playlist of my K-pop songs. They're one of the only bands that I find their screams, like blah, 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 type of music, I find that catchy when they do it, because they harmonize over the scream vocals. And that's the big thing about them. They're not as progressive as the other two. They're more simple, like metalcore, post-hardcore band, but it's just their screams harmonize with clean vocals of other members, and they all sing together, and it sounds so beautiful and clean and blending, and I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So that's While She Sleeps. Not much to say other than that, because that's the big thing I want to point out with them. But I'm gonna move on to some non-American metal stuff. So the fifth thing is I listen to a slight bit of American hip hop, and one of those artists is Hopsin.
Look, I ain't a typical nigga you dealing with. This shit is finna get rowdy. I swear to God, it is a must. I've been a militant-minded degenerate ever since I was a little kid playing and kicking the mud.
He has some cheesy lyrics at times, but I can get past that because at least like you don't hear everyone saying cheesy lyrics. I don't even get how they're cheesy. That's just kind of the thing with Hopsin. It's, oh, he has cheesy lyrics, and I'm like, fuck, but his flow is amazing, and the overall song is just amazing. But yeah, so I love Hopsin. He's one of my favorite rappers. Tech N9ne, the other rapper I listen to a lot. Tech N9ne and Hopsin are the two rappers I listen to the most. But yeah, I love verses like that. I do listen to some American hip hop I can get behind, but I think you guys pretty much know what I don't really listen to in American hip hop. But finally, number 7, I think? Or is it 6? I think it's number 6. The final thing I want to point out is just Japanese music that I listen to, because I do listen to quite a few Japanese bands. Not really J-pop like I do K-pop. I listen to more on the J-rock side, and I'm one of those people who, even though I love K-pop, I love my boys of Day 6 and N-Flying and FT Island, I love all of them, but J-rock is a bit better than K-rock, I'll be completely honest. You got bands that I listen to, like formerly I used to listen to them a lot of 1OK Rock when they were really Japanese. So the old stuff from 1OK Rock, bands like Alexandros, Man with a Mission, stuff like that. And then I also get into stuff like I listen to a few Band-Maid songs. I've kind of been on a Band-Maid high recently. Band-Maid's really cool. And then Babymetal, I loved Babymetal before I got into K-pop. Finally, this band that I listen to all the time that isn't on American iTunes, and it annoys me because they disbanded without putting anything on the US iTunes, Story of Hope. I love this band. I've been listening to them nonstop for like a year now. The lead vocalist, Misa, her vocals are so like tender, I guess is the right word. It feels like they're really like weak, but it works because she also screams, and the screaming really like oh to like this like really fragile sound that I probably played for you, contrast each other so well, and I love that sound. And I listen to them all the time, and I wish I had more music from them, but they all disbanded, and I'm really sad because of that. I think that's everything. So guys, let me know what you listen to other than K-pop, because I'm really curious what everyone else listens to as well. And let me know what you think of the bands and artists that I shared with you. Yeah, so I think that's everything. Thank you all for watching. Really means a lot that I can upload this that's not about K-pop. It's about my other stuff that's not K-pop. The entire other side of Matt. Yeah, so thank you all for watching. It means the world to me that you watch this. Feel free to check out the bands. I highly recommend all of them. It's what I listen to all the time. And yeah, with that said, K-pop and chill the safe way. Like and subscribe and all that basic ass YouTuber shit, because I'm a basic ass YouTuber. And yeah, I think that's all I say. When you forget your outro. 그게 소리쳐야 해